Trevor, that AJ Ouellette rundown, you talked about it a bit after the game, but just what does that mean to this team to see a guy do that?
Yeah, it just encompasses who we are as a team. We've got a bunch of guys that don't flinch and are always going to fight to the end, and it was awesome to see AJ kind of open it up and run a little bit. Yeah, I don't think he's going to become Usain Bolt, but I did maybe call him Usain Ouellette on the way home.
But like you said, it encompasses this team. This team has found ways when other teams have come back to make that play. That's just another example of a guy making a play.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It's an effort deal, and that comes down to want to, and that's something you can control, and that's something you never have to worry about 4-5 is want to.
How nice was it to get back just in the win column, not just obviously for playoff expectations, but to finally get that win and start building towards playoffs?
Yeah, listen, this league is very, very level when it comes to the talent pool, and Ottawa's a good team. They're a very physical bunch. They make it difficult for you offensively, and shoot, I mean, we shot ourselves in the foot quite a bit. I think with 4 scoring drives that we shot ourselves in the foot. You know, we had one early where we get a first down in their territory and we end up punting, and then we got a first down and had a UR penalty that brought us back, and we had a inside the 5-yard line sack fumble. We had a drive earlier in the game where we hurt ourselves and would have been in their territory going for points, and so those are self-inflicted wounds, but teams are gonna make you hurt from that. And Ottawa's a good football team in terms of who they are, their personnel, and their scheme, and what they do. They don't make it easy on you. No team does in this league. There's no gimmies, and make no mistake about it, Toronto's got tremendous football players on their side, a bunch of guys that have won championships and understand what it takes. And they're a prideful bunch, and so they're going to come here swinging, and but so are we. I think it's going to be a fun one to come in here and be in front of our hometown home stands again.
You said hard conversations were going to be had after that one. Have those conversations happened?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, shoot, that's what it's about. Is where are we trying to get to, and how do we get there? And you don't get there by, playing patty cake with each other. Right? Sometimes it's about having tough conversations. Sometimes it's about encouraging one another. Lifting each other up. But I thought, in terms of execution, I thought we did a good job offensively. But like I said, self-inflicted wounds will kill you, and we can't have that as we get on the stretch, because you get in the West Final, you get in playoff games, and you can't have those.
How important is it? You guys have 3 chances now to clinch the West. How important is it to get the job done this week?
We've got one chance, and that's really what we're looking at it as is the chances this weekend. But how to get our best, most efficient job done is to have a great day 1 practice and have great meetings, and so that's what we're focused on. And I'm gonna just crush some film with the guys tonight with the QBs, and we'll kind of just go through some stuff and make sure that we're on our P's and Q's and details, and we'll worry about next week when next week gets here. But this week's about this week, and as always, it's about us. Understanding we're playing a good opponent that's going to come in here fighting for jobs and a lot of pride, like I said. But it's about us making sure that we're trending in the right direction, getting where we need to be.
How nice would it be then to clinch that West Final on Friday?
It'd be cool. It's certainly one of those things where if you maximize the regular season, that's you've done all you can in the 18-game stretch for setting yourself up for that. But that's neither here nor there. It's about just making sure that we're getting ready to play in that game. But it sure would be one of those things where preseason goal list, you write one of those things down, and so it'd be awesome to do. But again, let's just make sure that we're focused one day at a time, obviously.
Going back to even last year, when you first met Dante Myers, did you think 1,000-yard receiver would be in his? I know you've talked about him lost this year, but did you think that would be a potential?
So funny story, like a former teammate of mine, Manny Rodriguez, he trains a bunch of NFL guys, first, second round picks and whatnot, and he played in Ottawa with me for 1 year, and when he was there, we've kind of kept in touch. We're kind of like both biohackers to the max. We love that kind of stuff. We're just trying to maximize things. He's one of those guys, and so I've kind of kept in touch with him. And he kind of FaceTimed me one day in 23, and he goes, "Hey, I got a guy for you. He's on your negotiation list. I think I'm gonna send him up there, Trev. He's a guy." And I was like, "Well, Manny tells me that." I kind of listen up, and so I kind of kept in touch with Dante that off season. And when he came in the first few days, he kind of flashed a little bit, and I was like, "Okay, this guy's got some." He's got something to him. And so during camp, we knew he was a good football player. He got hurt in the training camp, obviously, and he played a few games last year, but you could see it early on. I mean, his first 2 games, I think he went for over 100 yards, maybe 101 to be exact. And you knew he was kind of that kind of big play ability. And so the sky's the limit for Dante. He's only scratching the surface, and I just can't wait to see what the future holds for him. But I'm glad we got him for these next 5 games.
You always want to win. That's always the objective. There's the carrot as well about possibly clinching first place. Does the latter aspect enter into the discussions at all internally, or does it just remain solely focused on winning the game?
I think you step back and look at big picture once in a while and say, hey, you win one game, you get this, and if you can win a fight in the first round of 3 rounds, you do it. And so we're going to come out here and give our best effort as we always do. But I think it's most importantly for us to be trending in the right direction, heading toward to be the team that we want to be to win the whole thing. And so for us to do that, we've got to play great football, and it starts with just having great practices. And so we'll just stay focused on the moment. But yeah, I mean, that discussion obviously happens. You can't hide from it or shy away from hearing it.
Here's the silly one I promised you. You've completed a pass left-handed. You've punted for a rouge. What else is on the Trevor Harris bingo card this year?
Man, can we get maybe a 25-yard run? I think that I can maybe get up and get my T-Mobile celebration. So I don't know. I need to do something like that. Maybe that is a surprise. But yeah, that was pretty cool. I came off the field and I was like, why is nobody talking about my left-handed completion here? I'm halfway kidding, but it was fun. It was pretty cool to he kind of had my arm trapped, and so I kind of switched it and got it to Thomas, and we got it to 3rd and 1. We were able to convert. It was pretty cool.
Is there a left-handed completion prior to Friday?
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, I don't really condone what happened. I'm not going to try and make a habit of that. But that was my Mahomes, I guess. My one Mahomes moment, I guess.
Trevor, how satisfying was it executing your opening drive and putting it in the end zone with a fast start?
Yeah, it was great. The problem is you get a fast start, you can't let off the pedal. And the next drive we put together a good drive, a couple first downs, and then we unfortunately had a miscue that hurt ourselves. And so we just got to stop shooting ourselves in the foot in that situation. But that's not something we've done all year. It hasn't been like an MO of us, with penalties or drops or execution errors or whatever it is with myself. That hasn't been a thing for us this year, and that's not something I worry about. But we need to continue to start fast, making sure that we're staying on the pedal for sure.
Was it a relief to score on that opening drive?
I don't want to say that. It was more like when it happened, I was like, let's push the pedal, let's freaking go, man. And we just had a couple little things that hurt ourselves, but we get rid of that, we're going to be rolling.
How big is it to this offense to be able to have 2 guys like Keyshawn and Dante step up from where they were last year, go for 1,000 yards receiving, but then also have that 1,000-yard rusher? Is it just versatility to be able to kind of do everything and make teams plan for both? Yeah,
I think we're a multiple team. We can do a lot, and I think if Sam and Shafe were healthy all year, I firmly believe we would have had 4 guys go over 1,000 yards this year. I believe that, and I think AJ would have rushed for 1,000. That would have been pretty cool. But we've got Shafe and Sam back working in now. But Dante and Keyshawn have done a tremendous job. But what you guys are seeing is what I already knew, and these guys have been awesome from last year, and you could kind of see what they were doing. And Keyshawn played the latter half of the season in the boundary, and he was doing numbers last year, and so no surprise here to me.
How much does that guys coming in and out of the lineup, does that create a little bit of unfamiliarity, or how much do you have to really build on that in practice to make sure that the chemistry is there 100% of the time?
Yeah, everybody plays their position a little bit different, so when everybody plays different and moves positions, it's going to be a little bit of time, But thankfully, I've got plenty of reps with these guys, and I think last week was kind of a good acclimation period for Shafe and Sam to kind of get in there and do their thing, and Keyshawn to go back to boundary 1, and Dante being at field 1, and with Tommy Neild, it's become a familiarity, and I think we're going to be hitting our stride just at the right time.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.